Frank walked into school, feeling excited about the colorful, hand-knitted sweater his grandmother had given him. It was warm and full of love, and he cherished it. But as he approached his locker, he heard snickers and saw a group of students, led by Mike, watching him. "Nice sweater, Frank! Did your grandma make that for you?" Mike taunted, and his friends laughed. Frank's face turned red. He managed a weak smile and nodded before quickly walking away. All day long, the laughter and comments echoed in his mind, making him feel small and questioning if something was wrong with him. After school, Frank headed to his martial arts class, a place where he usually felt confident and strong. Today, he felt anything but. As he walked in, his sensei, known simply as Master, immediately noticed his troubled expression. "Frank, something's bothering you," Master observed gently. "Do you want to talk about it?" Frank hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah, it's just, some kids at school made fun of my sweater. They made me feel like there's something wrong with me." Master listened attentively. "I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. Let's sit down and talk about it." As they sat on the mats, Master began to speak. "Frank, confidence is not about what others think of you or how they label you. True confidence comes from within, from knowing who you are and the work you do to better yourself." Frank looked up, intrigued but unsure. "But how do I deal with people like Mike who just want to make me feel bad?" Master smiled. "When someone attacks, we don't respond with anger. Instead, we use our training to stay calm and control the situation. This is similar to how we can handle bullying. Confidence isn't about external approval, but about understanding your own worth." Frank nodded, starting to see the connection. "So, you're saying I should stay calm and not let their words affect me?" "Exactly," Master affirmed. "But more than that, we need to understand that bullies often act out because they are dealing with their own pain. Maybe Mike is being bullied at home or feels insecure. By showing compassion, you can break the cycle." Master then drew from their martial arts training. In martial arts, we learn that strength is not just physical, but also mental and emotional. When someone attacks, do you immediately strike back without thinking? "No," Frank replied. "We learn to defend and only use force when absolutely necessary." "Exactly," Master said. "In life, we also learn to defend our hearts and minds. When Mike made fun of your sweater, he was attacking out of his own insecurity. By responding with understanding and kindness, you can deflect his negativity without letting it harm you." "Let's practice," Master suggested. "Imagine I'm Mike. I'll say something hurtful, and you respond based on what we've discussed." Frank took a deep breath, feeling more prepared. Master adopted a mocking tone. "Nice sweater, Frank. Did your grandma make that for you?" Frank smiled gently and replied, "Yes, she did. She put a lot of love into it. It means a lot to me. Do you have something special that you care about?" Master nodded approvingly. "Good. By responding with kindness and shifting the focus, you show strength and confidence." The next day, Frank walked into school with a renewed sense of confidence. He saw Mike by the lockers and approached him, heart pounding but determined. "Hey, Mike," Frank greeted him calmly. "Yes, my grandmother made this sweater. It means a lot to me. Do you have something special that you care about?" Mike was caught off guard, not expecting Frank to respond with such confidence and kindness. He hesitated, then mumbled, Yeah, my skateboard. My dad gave it to me." Frank smiled. "That's cool. Skateboarding must be a lot of fun." Mike looked at Frank, confused by his kindness. "Yeah, it is." Over the next few days, Frank noticed a change in Mike's behavior. He wasn't mocking him anymore. In fact, he seemed more respectful and even a bit friendlier. Frank continued to respond to any teasing with kindness and understanding, just as Master had taught him. One afternoon, Mike approached Frank after school. "Hey, Frank, I'm sorry about before. I didn't mean to be a jerk." Frank smiled warmly. "Thanks, Mike. It's okay. We all have tough days." Mike nodded. "Yeah. Things at home have been rough. I guess I took it out on you. Thanks for not getting mad." Frank felt a sense of peace. "No problem. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here." That evening, Frank shared his experience with his grandmother. She hugged him tightly, proud of his strength and wisdom. "You handled it beautifully." He knew that true confidence came from within, from his actions, and from understanding his own worth.